the streets of the Windy City. Look at this little tour of Chicago. That's the Trump Tower right there, the Wrigley Building. Teledocs offices are somewhere over here-ish. And I'm right here. It's the May 27th episode of Health in 2.00.
So, Jess, so desperate to get out of Florida that you went all the way to Chicago to visit your family. That must have been quite incredible.
You know it's desperate if I'm visiting my family. No, I'm joking. It was my mom's 60th birthday, remember, from a couple episodes past. And then Saturday is my dad's birthday. So I'm just staying.
You've been hanging out with your friends from Transparent, and
I have
who knows what
time with Glenn Pullman and John Halleck from Transparent,
right,
talking some stuff.
Yeah, I can see who wasn't invited. Yep, I get it. All right, fair enough. All right.
In fact, you were expressly uninvited, if I remember correctly.
probably. All right, so
all right, you want to do this? There's so much going on. Bright Health.
Way so much, huge amounts of money. All right, you and don't forget, we're not even going to talk about Bright Health and their S1, but that's likely to be like a $10 billion IPO when it goes. They're buying every health plan that moves. But still at a massive valuation. But let's do the 2 minutes. All right,
let's do it. You got it. You're gonna have to help me out.
I'll show you the end. I know it's loud, but you are ready. And
all right, ready, set, go. I'm opening with Noom. 540 million brings their total to 657. $4 billion valuation. What are they gonna do now with all this money?
Well, I mean, it's pretty interesting, right? Because they're now valued at more than Weight Watchers, which is pretty incredible. They did about 230 odd million in revenue. If you remember when we met with Sarah in Berlin.
John.
Sorry, I can't remember. And then apparently did 400 million last year. I suspect this year now we're all about 15, 20 pounds heavier. They'll do even more. You can see a lot more TV commercials from these guys, and maybe they'll start making the inroads into the employer space. But I think they've got a bit of room to go. I'm surprised they didn't get IPO because that's a lot of money and a lot of equity to give away at this stage.
All right, Akili, they get 160 million, your favorite category, DTX. Maybe this brings them out of ADHD. Who knows?
I mean, it's got to bring them out of ADHD. I mean, the main problem with this is still that, yeah, the video game is cool, but it costs more than the equivalent drugs, right? The generic drug, which I have the notes, my daughter's on it, it's about $30 a month. They want several hundred for, I think, for a 3-month time period. I forget the cost. It was over $100 a month. I don't know how they're going to sell as many of these, but presumably they're going to get going on Endeavor RX, which is the kid ADHD one, and then get into something like depression with their games. But there's a lot of competition there. I'm worried about this.
All right. What about Unmind, mental health company, 47 million in a Series B?
Yeah, it's one in the UK. I don't know anything about it, but they're doing mental health there too.
All right. What about Eleanor Health, 20 million? This is an addiction-focused mental health clinic.
Yeah, this is one that Andy Slavitt, I lost your picture there. Andy Slavitt and Town Hall Ventures were in, they were pushing it. It's, I think, a mix of online and offline clinics, but another one in that blooming space.
All right, what about Clearing? They get a 20 million in a Series A.
Well, so Clearing is it's a brand new startup. Brand new startup from a guy who did Compass, which is a massively overpriced real estate roll up online. You see that the Compass, a lot of real estate players, which I think will eventually go bust. I don't know what this guy, what the idea is that Bester and the others have plugged into. But what this is, as far as I can tell, is it's just like Roe. You see a doctor, you get a prescription for your pain, which is something you rub in. Which as far as I can see is Voltaren, which you can buy over the counter for $6 at Walgreens. They're giving it away free for the first 30 days or 60 days or something. But I mean, it's going to be $20 a month thereafter. And you also get, exercises to do. And presumably somebody's going to be paying attention or not. I don't know. I am really struggling with this one. I mean, because yes, maybe some people will get off opiates and do this instead, but there's lots of other things to do for pain. But, this one to me is they're assuming that someone's going to roll it up into Roe or Hims pretty much immediately because I don't give it much of a shot. I'm sure we'll be back here soon to find out how wrong I was, but this looks ridiculous, top of the bubble stuff to me.
Yeah, you haven't been doing too well with your market predictions lately.
Maybe not.
Maybe
Whether
not.
whether or not it does work, it shouldn't work.
Right. Well, I can't believe that Noom money. And you know what was surprising to me about that? The total on Noom. I mean, this round was massive, but the total, they still haven't raised the same amount of money as Lyra has.
But I mean,
their total is 575 and Noom's is 560. What did I say earlier? 565, 567.
540 was 657 is their total now, right? But I mean, the point is that they haven't raised much money. They did it by long grinding incremental growth.
Yeah.
And then they started buying a lot of TV ads and started boosting it about a couple of years ago. But even so, the growth was picking up before then on the DTC side. They employ all their own coaches, which is an interesting model. Now, how great is the coaching? How well does it work? I mean, what do we know about diets? Speaking as a fat guy, they don't work, right? So you can have all the stuff on TV about how it's different, how this time it's different. We have behavioral psychology, all the rest of it. But the good news is there's always people who want to lose more weight, right? So that's been the Weight Watchers. That's the Nutrisystem, Weight Watchers, everyone else. So they've forced their way into that category. You may remember that my Fitness Pal was kind of a tracking thing, which got there, but didn't have the coaching with it so much. And that got bought by Under Armour and then spat out by Under Armour. And these guys seem to have figured out that the coaching plus the tracking plus the woo-woo psychology is working. But yeah, it's one of those businesses where you have to spend a lot of money on TV and it's a lot of churn. I don't think it's a really revolutionary idea because it's basically Weight Watchers, but good luck to them.
Yeah, right. We'll see.
So why are you standing in a building site and not by the river?
Because I had to wait for an 11-goal shootout of some sort of soccer game. And as a result of that, I decided that standing on Michigan Avenue with an ambulance going by was not a good idea for filming the show. So I moved inland here into this plaza. See that? With the Chicago River right behind me.
Oh, is that where the Bean is? Where's the
Bean? That's further.
What's that thing? Is that like a cafe or something? Or is that like a casino?
Yeah, that's a cafe. They have a lot of them. So the Bean is further south on Michigan Avenue. It's like that way. It's a bit of a walk.
Are you staying there for another Health and 2.0 tomorrow, the next day, so we can have more architectural
I don't know
things?
if I'll be in the city, if I can provide some more architectural looks, but maybe you'll see my parents' house. I don't know.
So your parents' house next door to Wayne and Goff's house in suburban Illinois is going to be the artistic place.
I'm lucky it's not snowing. It is only May here in Chicago.
Absolutely. All right, get us out of here so you have to go where you're going.
All right. To follow along on more exploits in the Windy City, I am over at Jess. Tell me where to go get pizza, like I don't already know. And to find out more about that 11-goal shootout soccer match, I'm sure Bolty Boy has tweeted about it. We'll continue to tweet about it.
I tweeted when it was 9-all. I said it was a boring game so far and it's never going to end.
Yeah.
They got down to the goalkeeper. They often do that.
See what I said? Never shuts up about the soccer. And to make sure you never miss one of these Health and 2.0's, please go over to thehealthcareblog.com and sign up for our email newsletter. You got curated content from the blog delivered directly into your inbox on the weekends now, so you can catch up over some morning coffee,
Or morning soccer if you like getting up early.
Mug on a Saturday morning while they're drinking their coffee.
No, it's people like getting up early and watching the Premier League when they're in the US.
Yeah, if you're doing that, whatever. All right, I'm going to go. It's dinner at Grandma's tonight, so I'll see you guys later. Matthew Holtz, everybody, talk to you soon. Bye.